Hello and welcome to the next episode of Terra Invicta here. Now we have finally taken out our first alien in the last episode at the end of that one. And now we can look ahead and decide what else we want to do here. And we finally don't have that limitation anymore of trying to get that to work. Actually, let's buy this one here. We just recently sold it, but still. So now we can progress further. We can slowly consolidate further in the EU as well, which is mostly ours by now. Which means that we are going to look ahead. We want to get Russia, we want to get Turkey, we want to get Canada, we want to get South Africa eventually. Also Australia eventually. But this is all far away for now. We are going to have to consolidate first the European continent here. And then we can again shrink our control points further if need be. We are currently intentionally staying out of aggression range because all the other factions are much stronger than we are. So the servants are attracting a lot of hate. The resistance as well. So if we look at everything here, we can see that we are though in conflict with the servants here, but we are intolerant to humanity first. We are intolerant to non-aggression pact with Exodus still. We were a non-aggression pact with resistance. We are probably going to pick that up later again. And also going to try to see if we can... I mean, it depends on who we have to purge here. So when we finish with the EU, then we can go back to do some non-aggression pacts here. But it's probably Exodus. Yeah, this has to be the last one before we break non-aggression pact with Exodus here. But yeah, a lot of stuff that we can do now. And next step, arrival security. And then hopefully there is the mission control project behind that. Okay, in a second we are going to finish cooperative resolution, one of our major quests, a very expensive one. So that's worth it though. So we can no longer have our cake and eat it. That much is clear. We cannot be an organization that offers surrender with one hand, but slaughter with the other. Peace is the only realistic long-term outcome for humanity. On that, enough of us are now agreed. We will demand that those among us who hold more extreme views either compromise or leave. Once we are of one mind, no matter what it might cost us, we can enact our great plan to provide decisively to the aliens that Earth is not theirs for the taking, but neither is it their enemy. So we get 40 management capacity points, which is good. That's a lot. We get the Academy Envoys, we get 100 influence, and we get the Best and Brightest project, which is very powerful.
We are on a difficult path, Chancellor.
Ooh,
but perhaps the one with the greatest reward. The foundation of an interstellar fraternity of worlds.
There has at least been one benefit to our drop in support. It's made our arguments more civilized. Most of the hardliners have abandoned us, joining the bled off to the resistance, to the servants, to humanity first, even to the shadowy organization known as the Initiative. Those who remain are a small tight-knit group held together not so much by ideology as by loyalty and determination. But we have reached a consensus. We will pursue two approaches simultaneously. First, we will use our links to the servants and other pro-alien groups to attempt to contact the aliens and open negotiations. Ideally, this will result in a negotiated peace, but we recognize that this is unlikely. Our position is too weak, and there's little reason for the aliens to end a war that they are clearly winning. Realistically, our best hope is to gain a clearer picture of who they are and what they want. Second, and simultaneously, we will work to strengthen our own position. This will require cooperation with the resistance factions to engage in guerrilla warfare against the aliens, with the goal of learning more about their species and reverse engineering their technology. We will build up our space fleet, our control of the solar system, and our military technology, with the hope of eventually using this as leverage to force the aliens to the negotiation table, and taking us more seriously this time. Should that fail, we will be forced back to our initial positions, surrender or fight to the last, at which point our groups will certainly fracture for good. I tremble at the audacity of what we proposed. Attempting to reach a permanent peace while simultaneously keeping our own independence is without question the most difficult path. Should we fail, we will become a footnote in history. Dismiss the idealistic fools. Only time will tell if they are right. So now we have to go into biology, because I remember that even though we have arrival security done, we do need to interrogate, and I think we have to capture one first before we get the mission control project. So there's a lot of stuff to do now. Luckily we got the body, and so we can now go into these projects and then capture the alien. So we are going to rush this now. And actually we can also trim down on this one. So, all good now. All is really good. Ah, what's the orc that we got? Right, what's the orc that we got? Academy Envoys. 3 persuasion, 6 admin, 2 science. And 10% xenology research. Okay, what do we do with that one? Gives us control nation, defend interest, advise, control space, asset. I think it would be good on...
Mission in progress.
I will report when my mission is complete.
Mission in progress.
How about
I
Emma
will
gets
report
this
when my mission is
one?
complete. I'll report when my mission's complete. Prepping for mission.
Although... she doesn't really have a lot of admin orcs. So instead...
Prepping for mission.
Gia has other things to do. But we could replace Rigel with that. But then we would be over cap as well. But we will get 3 persuasion on Gia, which is not bad. Let's end the mission phase, and then
Offering support.
think about this.
Offering
Oh, polar
support.
vortex. We are going to deploy support, of course, to our people here. And we are trying to take over the Ukraine as the next target here. Then we try again in Russia.
We're
Else we
winning their
go
hearts
south
and
to
minds.
Romania first,
Their control
depending
is
on what we
vulnerable
can
now.
get. So now everything is cracked down here. Nice. Let's hope we get this one. Come on.
We're in control here.
Nice, we got this one. Good. So now the big question. What do we do with the orc?
Wrapping up here.
So our 2 scientists.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, we lost the non-aggression pact with Exodus. I'm not sure if that plays a role there, but this one has stopped now,
At your service.
which means you're going to definitely do the other crackdown again. I think we can go to
Turning up the
16.
heat.
Okay, last
for my
time.
mission.
Let's
Your orders.
3. I mean, we could just... I think it would be better here. Because then we can free up Iris Financial. So let's do this. Let's unassign this one. Then unassign this one. Then assign the invoice. Unassign 27. Unassign this one, and we are back to 23. But we are back to 25 of that. And we just got... No, public campaign we still need from this orc here. But we don't need any more... I mean, we can assign this one again. We don't need science. Instead, we would like to get... Ooh. I know these are all expensive. Ooh, this is a good one. Oh, another assassinate. Now we don't need one. We would like to have something with persuasion. Ah, we need to have government for this, okay. So maybe we just wait and leave these points open. Where do we put Formosa though? Ah, right, you don't have everything yet, so we can replace Caliban here. That definitely works. And then the big question is still... Actually, we could also move something from Tom here. Because we don't need 25 persuasion on him to the other. So that we have 2 persons who can do persuasion public campaigns. Yeah, I'm going to restructure here so that we can break into Russia properly with 2 agents on public campaigns. Because right now this would be only 32%, but if we can get +2 or +3, then we do have a decent chance already. Yes.
We must persuade the people.
So I'm going to make that work while we take over stuff here in Ukraine.
Targeting the opposition.
And I'm going to jump forward a bit here. Okay, our first ships are coming out of the hooker. And so our first 2 ships are done. And the third ship is going to join 2 days later because we had a research shortage when we constructed them. There we go. That should be alright. No, 1 more in 1 day. 4 ships, okay. And here we go. And now we can check if there is any alien fleet left. Yes, there's a Victor 6 here. We are going to try to get it. Let's see if it works out. I have no clue. Let's go for it. I guess it will take only forever until we reach it. So that's going to be good. Hopefully we don't regret that. But we get the technology then. Just, it's worth, even if we lose 3 or 4 stations, it's worth it. Because of the quest reward. And then we can lay down again.
In our direction.
Why something in Djibouti? Why are we there? Why does England... Why do we have alliances with Djibouti? Could we please stop that? And you as well. We don't want to go there. There we go. Okay, so now... this one is going to fail, of course it will. Well, really?
We hold no sway in
What?
their minds.
Come on. Permanent here. Okay, and we're also going to finish this project
We've hit 'em
here.
where it hurts.
Oh! We got the first Russian crackdown through. Okay, hydrobiology. Our pre-autopsy assessment reveals that, as expected, the aliens are carbon-based and breathe oxygen like ourselves. Their ability to exist without protection on Earth makes it highly likely that the atmospheric composition on their homeworld is highly similar to our own. More unexpected is that the prevailing inverted knees anatomical theory is incorrect. What we are seeing is not the knee, but the ankle. Thus, their leg anatomy is akin to that of a horse or dog. Since this type of structure is better suited to speed than climbing, it's highly likely these aliens evolved on flatter terrain, perhaps were once prey for another species. The autopsy itself has yielded invaluable detail on the alien psychology, specifically how they are capable of feats and abilities impossible for any species on Earth.
From our studies of the aliens' remains, we can hear the faintest whisper of their society, Chancellor.
An autopsy is a poor substitute for diplomatic exchange. Still, we have learned much. Hydras are strong, both larger and more physically powerful than humans, and far more resilient. They have a redundant organ system that makes them quite difficult to kill, and a wounded Hydra can recover from almost any injury. Oddly, despite their strength, their biology does not seem well adapted towards personal combat. Their size and muscle mass still makes them dangerous, but less so than a human of similar size and strength would be. They lack natural weapons, just as we do, but unlike us, their tool-using appendages seem less optimized for use of clubs or spears, and they do not appear to possess the stamina that our ancestors used to run down prey. Although it's dangerous to speculate too far, it does appear as though, while they are capable of violence, they have chosen to specialize evolutionary in other directions. Hydrobiology is so complex and energy-intensive, requiring a great deal of time to develop and grow. The corpse we studied appears to be over 100 years old, and we speculate that a lifespan of 200 years is not impossible. The species is sequentially hermaphroditic, acquiring sexual characteristics only late in life. The slow growth rate, maturation cycle, and litter size would push the species towards caution and risk aversion, perhaps an explanation for the tendency to rely upon others. The lack of sexual differentiation may also correlate with a somewhat more uniform society. The most important discovery, however, is a set of organs capable of producing aerosol factory cells. If our theories are correct, this is how the Hydras are able to control their human slaves and carries profound implication for our future relation with their species. Now we can research ferricides, which we are going to do when we get it. There we can go into diplomacy. Actually, we should get the alien flora out of the way. And let's see what else will come up now. So, but we got the press crackdown down here now. That's really nice. What I don't like is this crackdown though. But whatever. We can't do everything, alright? So now the ships are on their way. Let's see what will happen. Oh, it will arrive in 10th of February. That takes forever. Okay, alien flora. There was a limited amount to be gleaned from our study of the vegetative life form we have dubbed Xenoflora, but not for a lack of trying. The issue is that we have thus far been unable to fully crack its genetic makeup. For elements thereof are so, for lack of a better word, alien as to be thoroughly inscrutable to us at the present time. Neither have we been able to divine any clues as to its origin, other than to say it is most certainly not of this earth. While we have previously observed some correlation between xenoflora growth and alien crash sites, causation now seems highly probable. Even its behavior supports this conclusion. It spreads faster than any terrestrial flora or even fungus, and with eerie, almost machine-like regularity. To suggest that the xenoflora has been in some way genetically altered or even wholly designed would not be an unreasonable hypothesis. If left unchecked, it could very likely colonize a region in record time, preventing the growth of all other flora. To what end we do not yet know. It would therefore be prudent to find a way to limit the organism's spread, whether through military or biological means. Now we get more damage to them now. That's what I wanted to get here. And I think I have to get started on the Intermarium if we want to keep expanding. Or we do hydro diplomacy here. What else do we have ongoing? Let's actually get started on hydro diplomacy here. We maybe switch into hydro interrogation if that comes up. No, not interrogation, but containment if that comes up. But we also do have 2 other slots here available. So now also infrared combat laser is going to finish in a second, which is good.
Our enemies are still in control.
Yeah, that was to be expected here. I'd like to keep Ukraine though, if we can.
Where do you need me?
Which means that you have to crack this
Applying
down.
pressure on their people.
You have to take this one.
Targeting the
There
opposition.
we go. And going to... Ooh. Going to check that in a second. Let's get the fight going. 10th of February. Yeah, that's going to be in this mission phase. And afterwards I can check the orcs and make another time jump. So, is there anything else we have to consider now? I don't think so. Yeah, this one is going to finish infrared. Right. That's even before the battle.
Offering support.
Yeah, there's ferricides. Okay, I think we are going to put that in. Yes, we are going to put that in before everything else. Because we have to get these quests out of the way to get the mission control tags. Else we are going... Yeah, we're going to get really into trouble now.
Skies connects the past of distant worlds.
Good. We have this one out of the way now, which means that we can go into the layered defense array. Now the big question is, what do we do next? We could go for the development here or the cybernetics to get the cybernetics out of the way as well. Because we don't have the cybernetic implants yet. That would be something. We also want the space science stuff. Directed... Yeah, let's go for the directed space research first. That's more important. Yeah, that's definitely more important. I don't want to do this one. No! Stealing my orcs. Yeah, this one is also something we were going to do.
The people will come to our
Just keep
side.
everything in check.
Public
There we
sentiment
go.
is increasingly with us.
Now, what do we want to do? I think we want to get the quantum battery. No, wait a second. Intermarium. Yes, that was priority here. And do we want to rush directed space research? I think we do. At least we want to try. Save repairing software. Now we want to finish this one though. We can still try to contest the...
We've neutralized their key people.
There we go. And does the ship finally arrive? Yes. They do now. Okay, this is going to get us into trouble there, but let's see. Engage. I mean, if we lose everything, then it's also fine. Short wall, yes. Let's do a group like this. And we didn't have... we do have a heat thing, which means we can actually retract radiators. And we are going to shoot with everything we got onto that ship. And we're going to go into attack posture. No. Guardian capable weapons will be set to Guardian mode and fired. No, no. Like this. Everything is shooting on the ship, except for the point defenses, of course. So we're not going to use our light railguns defensively, because we could. We don't want to. Yeah, and it has a very strong laser. That's the problem here. So let's see if we actually win this, because I'm not sure we can. Let's see. There comes the mech shots. And our range... And we are down to one rail ship now. At least we are shooting now. The range is 550 kilometer. And these ones here are also. So we have started shooting as well. Okay. Are we getting through? Yes! Nice. And we should lock on target though, if we can. And we are going to win this. Nice. Really good. We are going to scrap the damaged ship there. I hope we get it. We are not dealing enough damage to defeat it. Come on, one lucky shot into the engine. Come on, please. Ah, yeah, thank God. That would have been annoying if we wouldn't have gotten it. Now, this is going to make them uneasy with us again. Like, seriously uneasy. I hope that... Yeah. Oh, we got even promotion. We got a bit of exotics now. So, salvaged alien spacecraft. Although we have been able to some extent study alien technology before now, to have access to one of their craft is in its entirety is a godsend to science. This is how they access our skies. This is how they travel within the solar system. This is what we must learn from and perhaps even emulate if we are to truly do the same ourselves. Even a preliminary appraisal of the retrieved vessel has revealed a sizable quantity of materials that defy easy categorization. Something that is not only countless steps beyond our own technology, but profoundly different from it. Something perhaps that would not exist in our solar system had these beings not brought it here. If you can understand it, the potential is beyond words. We have retrieved a veritable treasure trove of extraterrestrial technology, a graft of inscrutable machines whose even basic function currently eludes us. Metals whose very structure is widely unfamiliar, and even screws and bolts with almost preposterous tensile strength. To call this the motherlode would be the understatement of the millennium. We have so much to learn from every last fragment of this whole, for it surely represents the technological apex of a species that has somehow found a way to travel from their far distant world to ours.
Our teams have retrieved some alien technological artifacts, Chancellor.
Our researchers are ecstatic at the prospect of taking apart working alien designs. I am less sanguine, but we will see. Oh, so many quests here. We have successfully retrieved the body of one of the creatures we have nicknamed Griffins. A preliminary assessment confirmed that it's an entirely different species to the aliens first encountered on Earth. As different from them as we humans are from, say, a dragonfly. Indeed, so thin and hollow are these alien bones that it seems unlikely it even originated from the same planet as the other aliens. Most probably it hails from a far lower gravity environment, which would also explain how rarely this particular species has been sighted on Earth. But the bone structure arguably invites comparison to avian life on our own world, hence the designation Griffin. The similarities end there. This creature is in every sense of the word alien. Okay, that was a lot of stuff that we just got there. And most likely the aliens will not like this, to what we did to them. We are going to... All promotions are in one ship. Do we keep them? So we can go back to... no, we can't go back there. So we can go to our ISS here. Let's do this. And this ship we are going to just scuttle. Bye-bye. Okay, we got a new project, Griffin Autopsy. And we're probably going to get... Yeah, research alien technology now. So that's a lot of stuff we can do now.
Mission abort.
What? Really? How were you quicker than I am? I am 24 espionage. What the heck? I don't like this.
What's the up?
Now I really have to purge them as well.
Going after their people.
That's annoying. So we are going to chain this just to
Terminating
make
the
it
opposition.
successful. But that's of course super annoying.
Standing by.
Your orders?
Reporting in. Ready for my mission.
Reporting in.
So annoying. But yeah, we... I wanted to check the orcs, right? I forgot that again. So, where are we now? We have the technology quest done. We have the ferrocides, which means that we are probably going to go into an abduction of an alien soon. And research-wise, we are getting closer to the 6th agent. We're also getting closer to tier 2 science stations. We are also getting closer to an upgrade to mission control capacity in regards to what we can afford. We also have a new project available, which is the best and brightest here, which we should do right away. Actually, earlier than... Yes, definitely earlier than everything else here. We are losing the race for this one. So we should do just best and brightest, and then we do parasites again. We do have a decent amount of resources now. We are going to use that for all the upgrades to our bases that we have to do pretty soon. But that has to wait until we get the operational misdirection. I think that's what it's called. So that's what we are waiting for right now, unless we pick a fight now. I mean, we could check the orbit here. So how much stuff is coming from the aliens now? So how many fleets are flying? They only have 35 ships by now, which is not super much, but they are making a lot of resources already. We can see here that they are transferring definitely a small amount of ships to Earth. So we could consider just making more ships. Now we definitely need to get the layered defense arrays first, because we have to fortify our mining bases. That's the most critical thing. Yeah, that's the most critical thing. So we have to do a few projects here. We have to get the... Where are you? Don't tell me you didn't get unlocked yet. Where is the... Don't tell me we didn't get the point defense. Wow. How can we not get the point defense? Station. How is that even possible? Do we lack a requirement? Point defense array. Yeah. It's not unlocked yet. Wow. Huh. It's not unlocked yet. So we got super unlucky here. Okay, we have to talk to someone. We have to trade with someone, I guess.
Where do you need me?
Can we talk to... Yeah, we can talk to Exodus again. So let's do this. We
At
take
your
Emma here.
service. Initiating contact.
Okay, let's do this. There it is. We are going to do this right away so that we increase our chances of getting the layer defense array relatively soonish. So dumb. That's so dumb.
Establishing contact.
If the nearest horizon is all you desire.
Yeah, we don't
you
have
may
anything to
it.
trade with them. Ooh, they have a lot of missiles. Can we get some of those? Can we give you boost instead? Like 50? 100? Insufficient. Really? Maybe can we get 200? That would already be 150? Come on. What can we give them? We could give them influence as well. Maybe they don't want to have boost for reasons. How about 100 influence? Unacceptable. Ha! Non-aggression pact on top of that. You don't want that. 100 boost on top. It's not going to work. Not a chance. Okay, in this case we just bribe them with 1 boost here. Oh, even that's not possible. Really? They don't like me anymore. Okay, we are not going to trade with them.
Offering counsel.
Well, let's jump ahead a bit
It is tempting to think of our expansion in
and see what we want to do in the future now. And here we go with the parasites tech. Where pheromone is a chemical that can influence a recipient's behavior, our investigation of the so-called parasite reveals that it's an actual living cell. The distinction is that the pheromone's effect wears off relatively quickly, whereas parasites are capable of reproducing in the recipient's body, thereby extending the effect for significantly longer. When cross-referencing fMRI scans with electrosound... Oh god, I can't pronounce that. We find that awake subject's brain exhibits an abnormally high level of theta waves. These are abnormally only present during REM sleep or deep hypnosis, and when as copious as seen in a parasite-affected subject, will make them unusually suggestible.
Chancellor, we believe we have found the missing piece to understanding the Hydra behavior.
Now much has come clear. Hydra parasites are adaptive mind control agents. They are released into the air, are inhaled or ingested into the target's bloodstream, and travel from there to the brain, where they suppress the target's desires and loyalties and replace them with new directions, effectively enslaving them. They are clearly a natural evolution rather than a result of bioengineering. The implications are enormous. For Hydras, taming and controlling other species would be as instinctive as language or a tool use is to us. They would have developed advanced techniques of animal husbandry before inventing fire or the wheel. This would in turn have shaped their entire culture. To Hydras, other species are not rivals or companions, they are first and foremost resources, to be tamed and trained. When Hydras look at humans, their first instinct must be to view us as we would view a feral dog or cat. It feels sometimes as though all of our research since first contact has been one piece of bad news after another. How can we possibly negotiate with creatures who view us as we would a stray pet? The task seems overwhelming, yet it must start with a better understanding of the Hydra parasites. So next is Hydra containment. We are definitely going to do this. Meanwhile, we are going to dump a bit into Hydra diplomacy here. And super alloys got picked apparently. That's not too bad, actually. Yeah, that's not too bad. And self-repairing software is also closing into the finish line. Layer defense array is available and ongoing. And we get the... What?
Our associates are now in charge.
We lost this one as well. That's not good. That's really not good. I guess we're going to give up on Ukraine for the moment and going to just finish up Russia here before we continue in Europe again. Because now we have the executive and we can pull our nations out of rivalry. There we go. And then we can ally them in a few months. Not sure when exactly. In May. So in 2 months we can. And now...
Ready.
We are probably going to just take over everything we have here.
Targeting their key people.
So this is going to be our step here.
Removing our enemies.
And with that, I'm going to end the episode because a lot of stuff has happened. We have fought. We are taking over Russia. We are consolidating. We are researching. Everything is going nicely. So now we can consider... I think that's something for the next episode. We can consider upgrading all our bases. That would take 60 days. Then we go into layer defense arrays. We are going to start up new ships, and then we are going to be over cap, and I think we are going to ignore the whole thing of alien aggression and managing mission control here. But it also means that we have to put layer defense arrays on our orbitals here. But it also means that we can make more of those. We do have 130 mission control available. But let's talk about this at the beginning of the next episode. I'm going to actually consider that and think about it and sleep a night over it. So leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode.